Hey friends, so we're gonna have talking hand here today. This is Wendy with Love and Stampin', and I have been working hard on some redoing of my space, and so I just wanted to give you an update. It's not finished, but we're kind of just working through things. So if you missed my big announcement video, I am no longer with Stampin' Up. I will link to that video here if you want to see that, and I'll link to it in the description. I'm also going to link to some of the storage stuff that I'm using today, so if you want to check that link out, it'll be in the description below the video. Okay, let's start. We still have the same dogs. They're still working very hard at holding down both of the chairs. That has not changed. So, you know, coworkers are less than helpful. They take a lot of breaks. But they make up. Look how cute she is. Look how cute she is. Yes, we're talking about you and you know it. Okay, so let's start over here. This area here was just piled with junk, and this whole space right here was just disgusting. I mean, cobwebs, dirt, grime, all the things. So I got that all cleaned up and it's looking very nice. These are all just empty storage containers. There's nothing in any of these. This does hold some of my random things that I might need, like for lighting a candle in here. This is actually to make my dog stop barking, which it doesn't even work. And then I've got some Stampin' Up stuff here that I have pulled off my shelves. I will probably at some point be selling that stuff. I don't know for sure yet. I've got some empty storage stuff here that needs to go in my shed. A yoga ball, because everybody has to have a yoga ball, I guess. This is a gift for my niece. So this area here is like, not much has been done yet. My work desk, I've got my label maker out here because I've been working on labeling things. And then coming around, I've got my TV. Yes, I'm watching The Good Wife for the second time. If you have never watched it, it's a really awesome show. You should try it. These drawers are just full of things that need to be gone through. Frankly, most of them are items from supporting my Stampin' Up business. Things like for team members and stuff. And, well, I'll just show you. So, like this, obviously, practically empty. This team stuff that I just need to throw away. These are enamel pins that have Lovely Stamper on them. I'm not sure what I'll use those for, but possibly just give those away to friends and things like that. I've just got some random bits and pieces in here. And so pretty much all of these drawers are like this, just random items. I pulled some of my Stampin' storage stuff off the shelves. I'm going to be selling these, or actually I've already posted them to sell. I've got 2 of these in 2 punch holders. These are the stamp sets I currently own, stamps and dies. I'm working on figuring out how I'm going to label I know how I'm going to label them, but I'm working on how I'm going to organize them. That's why they actually haven't been labeled and to put into packaging yet, is because I just can't make my mind up. I can't decide if I want to organize by company, if I want to organize by like sentiments, if I want to, how, what, tell me, you share. If there's a suggestion you have for me, or just tell me how you do your stuff, I would love to hear it. I've got my walking pad down here, which I do use fairly regularly. And then these are just random scrapbook items, stuff for my silhouette. Okay, coming over here, I have my photo station set up. These are companies that I do design work for. So I already made the decision that if I do design work for a company, I'm going to try to keep that company stuff together. And then these are empty, pretty much. I've got my Zig Clean Real Brush markers. I have them laying on their side because I wasn't sure if I could store them upright. I would like to leave them like this, but I'm not sure that I can do that without them going dry. So if you know the answer to that question, I would love to know. These are some Altenew markers, and then I've got my Distress ink refills that I own. I plan to get more of those. And then I have one random, this was a free gift. It's a Altenew, let's see, what is it called? Antique gold, like mist stuff. So I just have that up there. But these are all empty. I'm really not sure what to do with them. So if you have suggestions, let me know. Okay, here's one of the big changes is my cardstocks and paper. Let me get over here. And my die cut machine and my storage and. Okay, so so all of this white and black cardstock was down at this end. And I had my color 8.5 by 11, and then my 12 by 12 was over here. The problem with that was, and my friend Tina brought this to my attention, I don't really use my 12 by 12 as often as I use all of this. So we moved my 12 by 12 over here, and we moved these guys over here, because this now holds my Anna Griffin Empress and my hot foil machine. So look at this, it just slides and it sits right there. And then when I'm die cutting, I can pull it with me over to my desk. So I'm going to show you here. See, so this is where I sit to craft. So now I can have it just right there next to me. I cannot tell you how incredible this has been. This has been a huge game changer. This machine used to be right here. And so I would have to get up and go to it to die cut, and now it's just right next to me. Huge game changer. The other thing I did is I cleaned this corner up. I did get some of my dies labeled. I hope I'm not making anybody sick, like bouncing around. So these are shape dies. I did get them labeled. So I know I'm going to get questions. These boxes are from Stamp and Storage. These dividers are from Stamp and Storage, and these are plastic envelopes with magnets, and these are also from Stamp and Storage. So I just repurposed them all and relabeled them all, and as you can see, they are beautifully relabeled. And now I have all of my shape dies in here. I still have some Stampin' Up. These are my Stampin' Up shape dies and stuff. So I have those there. I just didn't have enough room to keep everything in here. I've got some background dies. So I have that. And then I've got my standalone dies here. These are dies that don't really go with a stamp set per se. They're just standalone. Like this makes a barn. This is from Honeybee. This makes a wagon wheel. This makes an apple barrel. You get the gist. So if it was something that was like complicated layering, what have I done here? I did this. Let me show you what I did. So I've got my die on the front, and then when you turn, oh no, that's not a good example. Here we go. I have my dies in the front. These are the lovebirds from Honeybee. And then I have my little thing in the back that shows how to put these together. And then I'm going to show you like the process of how I did this, how I labeled these. So I'll show you that just real quick. Into the rest of the space, I cleaned up all this stuff that was down here, cleaned off the shelves, wiped them. I think my plan right now is going to be to store some of my stamps and dies here. I'm actually going to get a shelf, like a bookshelf that will store all of that separate, but I haven't gotten that far. I have ordered 2 more of these from Stamp and Storage. These hold the Tim Holtz Distress inks and Altenew inks. This one holds, I've got Concord and 9th in here. and I'm going to be getting more of those inks, so I'm putting them here. And I've also ordered some inks from Pink Fresh Studio, and then I'm leaving this here for all my miscellaneous inks. I don't know if I'll move it to the end or keep it in the middle, but it's like StazOn ink and black inks and white inks and, you know, Versamark and stuff like that. Coming down here, this is just kind of empty right now. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. I would love to be able to store these like on a shelf somehow or something. I don't know. I've got more blending brushes, adhesives. Some of these drawers are empty. I have this guy. All of these storage pieces, by the way, are from Stampin' Storage. I'll link to them below. I am an affiliate with them, so I appreciate it if you use my links. I moved this off of my desk, and this has been a huge game changer. This was on top of my desk where I craft, and now it just sits right behind me, and it is perfect. I got this little Lazy Susan from Target, and it works perfect. So I have my precision glue press in there, my ATG gun, I've got all of my tools, some stamp cleaner. Here I'm keeping all of my Misties up on end, which I absolutely love. And then I've got my Misty pads, I've got my ink blending from Altenew pad. I have black ink in here along with microfiber cloth. I've got a spritzing box. So just random. So I've got some 6x6 papers down there and some honeybee paper. And then yeah, you can see lots of empty shelves. Here, I cleaned all of this up. This wall had beautiful flowers on it, but they kept falling down and it was driving me crazy. So I'm gonna actually touch this up with paint and clean it off, because see, you can see there how it has a mark where that poster was. So I'm gonna clean that up, paint this, and then here, these are empty. So I think what's gonna happen, my plan is to get some sort of maybe either another calyx unit or a bookshelf or something that I can store all my stamps on that have like dies with them, and I can label them, and then I have a spot just for those. I used to store all of my stamp sets up here, but that was when I was with Stampin' Up, and that doesn't work for me anymore, because these shelves were actually designed specifically for Stampin' Up stamp sets, and a friend made them. He's actually passed away now, but he was a carpenter and he made them. So I'm not going to get rid of them. They're really precious. I just have to figure out what to use them for. So if you have ideas on how I could utilize these, what could be put up there, please, please, please let me know, because I'm all ears. Another project I'm going to tackle is this up here. All of this needs to be cleaned off. It needs to be wiped down. It's dirty. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this space, but I feel like that's an opportunity for storage at some point if I need it. I think that's everything. I mean, Skeeter, did we cover everything we needed to talk about? Do you feel like? Was there anything else that you wanted to add, or no? Okay. So yeah, I mean, we're making progress. So I guess, I know I didn't put my face on this video, and it's because I am a hot mess express, but I'm just going to tell you, I've got a project here I'm about to work on. This is definitely a learning curve. There is a huge shift between doing this in a way that I'm just having fun and loving it all, and I think you guys have already seen that. I mean, a lot of you have commented on like the difference in me and how much more I'm sharing and how much more creative my projects are and all of that stuff, and it's because I just feel such a sense of freedom. So that being said, though, I do need to figure out like what my workflow is going to look like. I'm still making cards for a living. I'm still working for companies. So I'm just doing it in a much different way. And I just have to figure out what the workflow for that style looks like versus Stampin' Up. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know it's not super long. I didn't open every single drawer. All of this is just like stupid business stuff. I have all these bags that I used to use to take all of my Stampin' Up gifts and all the things over to the post office. I don't really need that anymore. So what do I do with those? I don't know. It's just weird. Like, there's a lot of things I'm realizing that I won't utilize anymore because my space is so different, or sorry, my workflow is so different. So anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have tips, questions, suggestions, comments for me, please share. I would love to hear what you think, especially about this situation. What do I do? Help me. Okay, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.